Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our MLG Week 1 battle. Yes, if you guys haven't seen our draft analysis, definitely go check that out. You guys actually killed it on the sport on that one, so I really do appreciate it a ton. But we're in upload required Showdown League, so I'm not going to be doing formal team builder like slides for this. I don't have them made, but it's on Showdown, so the whole theme is convenience, right? So we might as well not, go super crazy with that stuff. But we have our Week 1 match here. I'm going to go over the team really quick. You can see the matchup in the top right. We're going up against Mega DNC, Jirachi, Rotom Heat, Muck, Alola, Noivern, Seismitoad, Tapu Bulu, the Scrafty, and the Sceptile. We're playing against Crosscabo, by the way. I totally forgot to mention. Go check out all the codes in the description below. I think that upload required showdown content is such a cool concept. Well, it's not just a new thing. It's been around for a while. But I'm really excited to be a part of this, and I, want everybody to enjoy uploading and, see, major support. So if you could, go check out some of the games in the description and let a coach know if you like their content. It really does mean a world to, a new content creator, or any content creator in general, to see that people are enjoying what they're putting out. So I'd appreciate it if you did that, as well as sub to this channel. We just hit 700, so again, thank you guys. We're on our way to 1,000. That's what I want to hit the most. So if you could help me out, I'd really appreciate it for sure. All right, cool. Let's jump into it. No more talking. It's gonna be quick. I don't have specific EVs and what they're doing. Hopefully week 3, I'll remember to write down notes on what my EVs do, but we'll at least talk about it. We have a Choice Scarf Urshifu, which does phenomenally in this game. My opponent's Fairy type is Tapu Bulu, which gets murked by a Poison Jab. Just isn't the most bulky Pokemon in the world, or most reliable in this matchup, to be completely honest. So I don't expect it to come, but the other Fairy is going to be Mega Diancie, which obviously does not want to take a close combat. It doesn't even want to take a Wicked Blow. So Scarf Urshifu is a great win con in the endgame if I can ship some things down. It's a great revenge killer as well. We have to be careful like Colbert or Scarf Rashi with Moonblast or Play Rough. Just something to keep in mind. Obviously, we have to make sure things are in range so we're not stressed down by Toad. Or Revenge by Diancie or something like that, because it will live a hit from full because we're not Iron Head. I just would rather have the Poison Jab Oko on Bulu opposed to the Iron Head Oko on Diancie, when Diancie just gets like 2-hit KO by close combat anyway. So this Pokemon's pretty darn self-explanatory in the matchup. It does really well. And yeah, that's it. Next up, we have our Melmetal, rocking out with a pretty Spadef set. We are Leftovers. Iron Fist obviously has our ability. Double Iron Bash, High Horsepower, Toxic, and Protect. Again, this Pokemon does really well. Now, we have no way of hitting Rotom, but it's not a Pokemon really known for its reliable recovery, and Bashes plus Toxic and Protect, especially if you catch that thing with a Toxic on the first switch in, it's really going to wear that thing down. And outside of that Pokemon, he really doesn't have great pivots into this mon. I guess Seismitoad is another one as well, but between Toxic and Protect, again, we're really chipping and willing those things down. Protect is to keep ourselves healthy, as well as rack up more Toxic chip, and this thing's going to be our main pivot into Mega Diancie. I believe we live with no hazards up, 2 Earth Powers after Protect. So that's really scary, but, I think we can definitely position ourselves to, check the DNC at least a little bit for the end game. Next up, we have our Mega Audino rocking out with Dazzling Gleam, Wish, Protect, and Heal Bell. Heal Bell is going to be a really useful tool with all the stats that can potentially get thrown around on my team. T-Wish, Thunderbolts, or Thunder Waves, Will-O-Wisp, Toxics, things like that, Muck Poison touching things, Seismitoad Skull burning things. There's a lot of stats that can kind of be thrown around against my team, and I want to have a way of, getting rid of that, if that makes any sense. So I can play a little bit more aggressive with the rest of my Pokemon. Dazzling Gleam is just general stab, and then we have Wish and Protect to keep ourselves healthy. I don't plan on megging this thing super early, just so I can keep my regen throughout the game, but if I ever do need that big HP and Spadef boost, that's what we'll go with. But before that, we don't really have to Wish and Protect to keep ourselves healthy. We can kind of Wish, pivot out into something else, and gain 33% back, which is really important and really nice for us, obviously. This is going to form a very solid check to Noivern in particular, which is a Pokemon I felt incredibly weak to throughout the game, or throughout my building process. Just Hurricane plus Draco really did a number to me, that on top of Flamethrower. And Melmetal is forced to check so many things. I'd rather have Audino check that Noivern, and have a way of wishing into my Melmetal, which is also really clutch. This thing also beats down a ton of other things on his team, especially if we get like Toxics on them. Audino can kind of sit in front of them till the end of time, which is great. Next up, we have an SD Talonflame with Boots, Flame Body is its ability, Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Sword Stance, and Roost. This Pokemon also does amazingly. My opponent's Flying Resist don't really exist. It's going to be Rotom, which again, I feel like I can chip down pretty considerably with Melmetal, Toxicking, and Protecting, and things like that, as well as potentially, Rock Chip if it's not Boots, but I definitely do think it's going to be Boots. Regardless, though, outside of that, there really aren't great Flying Resists. What? Mega Diancie? Yeah, I believe just Mega Diancie, which again does not appreciate Brave Birds. And again, if it has to come in and take any other type of hit, it's pretty much going to be in range of a +2 Brave Bird or Flare Blitz, which again is really nice for me. It serves as a check to Bulu, a really good check to Physical Rachi, and we really punish it from like U-turning and Iron Heading and things like that, Play Roughing, which is again really clutch. And yeah, it's a great way of breaking through Scrafty, a bunch of different options like that. It's something faster than Noivern, which is great, so I can revenge any non-Scarf Noivern, which again, I'm really, really scared of for sure. So that's going to be our Talonflame. Next up, we're rocking out a double Scarf. We have our Choice Scarf Gengar. We're just max. I believe it allows us, yeah, just to tie Dia if we end up tricking away our Scarf. Obviously, we'll be faster before that, but if I end up tricking away the Scarf to something like Muck to really cripple it, that's going to put us in a great spot. And again, if I can just force chip on that Muck and really wear things down, force it in to take a Wicked Blow because I'm, locking into that turn or something like that, or even just to take a close combat, it has to come in on Audino to try and force it out, but it takes a Gleam and it's like AV or something like that. I'm in a really, really good spot, so I think this Pokemon's really nice, and outside of the Muck, it does phenomenally as a revenge killer, and really just is tough to switch into in general on this team, so I like Gengar. And then lastly, we have a pretty darn specially defensive Regirock with leftovers, Clear Body's ability, Stone Edge Earthquake, Toxic, and Stealth Rock. Again, does really, really solid in this game at getting up rocks. This forms as a really good flying resist as well as the Noivern, so it's another pivot into that. But this thing's mainly going to be our check to the Rotom. +2 Thunderbolts if it's not invested, like it was Nasty Plot, but like fat. We'll be able to take 2 of those, which is really nice, especially with our leftovers, and we'll be able to threaten it out with the Stone Edge. We get Stealth Rock. We can also wish this thing up with Jum, the Audino, as well as Shield Blow with Burns and things like that. So this Pokemon has potential staying power, and it's a very reliable rocker in this game, because I don't think Dio wants to come in on me, and even if it does, I can kind of just Earthquake it the turn after and not really be punished, as I am pretty darn def, and I can find opportunities to wish up later. But yeah, that's going to be the team. Be right back with the battle. Alrighty guys, here we are with the battle. We can see what Crossbow brought. He brought Mega Dia, Jirachi, Rotom, Heat, which is a big threat. And so is the Dia, man. Dia's really scary for me, even with Spadef, Melmetal. Muck, Noivern, and Scrafty. Now, what's my best lead? If I can chip down the Rotom, my SD Talon goes crazy. Now, obviously, Dia as well, but Dia's not as scary to chip down for me personally. I think I can pretty darn freely lead off Shifu. If we see a lead Jirachi, I may scout for like a Scarf Play Rough, which we can actually calc right now while we wait here. And I'm going to have the calc pulled up as well for you guys so you can see it. Something cool they don't usually see. And, Wi-Fi games, stuff like that. Play Rough. So it's about a 43% chance to OHKO. So I think what I am going to do is I am going to scout for that, at least initially. We're going to go hard Talon here. It also covers him potentially being like Culver Berry or something like that. Now, obviously, I can U-turn out on him otherwise, but it's nice to know at the very least. And I'm going to scout for it because there's, again, no shot I don't, or there's any reason not to. So yeah, he is going to U-turn. He's going to get burned immediately. Mwah, amazing. Perfect. Perfect. No reason to not scout for that. Let me drop the link, actually, in the server itself. Did forget to do that. Okay, yeah. So great. That's a great start for us. I'm not Gilling, so I'm not worried about that not being popped. This does allow pretty free Rotom, which is not Pog. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, not the end of the world. So, we'll take it. And this thing's just not going to be as big of a threat. It's going to make it to where my Shifu actually just munches on a Play Rough very easily. So if that was his way of revenging this thing, if I'm Scarf, which I am, again, absolutely phenomenal for me. Because we are going to see Rotom come out. Regardless, I always just go Reggie. I am going to get Volt switched on, but there's not a lot of ways that he can initially punish this, to be completely honest. So what I even might do is just get up on rocks in front of the Scrafty. I'm not super worried about it, to be completely honest. So we'll go from there. Yeah. It's interesting because there's going to be a lot more dead space in between. I usually don't live comm my showdown stuff because there is a lot of dead space in between turns. And I think that's one of the things I do like about Wi-Fi over Showdown. One of the few things I like about Wi-Fi over Showdown is it's much more fast-paced. Typically, you wouldn't have a guy, sitting here calculating and seeing that I'm Spadef for how much investment I could be and things like that. So, there's some positives to it because it's a little bit more competitive in that sense, but it's also just so much slower. So much slower. I'm just gonna get my rocks. I mean, this thing could be special. I'm timering. I didn't know we could timer here. I'm here for the timer. I'll be 100% honest. He went Rachi and chose to be physical, which is fine. I'm going to try and bait my rocks a couple more times, especially because his Dia isn't mega. Like, there's no reason not to, you know? Okay. So he's just going for this. I'm just going to go Melmetal then. I'll get a Toxic off on something. I won't be able to cover this. So, perfect. Yeah, we'll just go Melmetal here. He's doing 2.5%, which is not a lot. And then I'll just off a Toxic. Oh, it's not Scarf. That's interesting to know. Okay, so good to know. It is not Scarf. We will Toxic and we will Protect. This Pokemon absolutely goes buck wild too. Like, goes crazy in this game. So I'll take that as well. Because we are going to Protect here. And I think I'll go Odd this time. As there's not a lot of ways to, like, immediately punish me, right? Yeah. If he wants to go into his Muck, I can go hard Melmetal and just, like, immediately exert some pressure. Do I have any speed on my Melmetal? Let's see. Not really. But I will outspeed him if he starts trying to curse up in my face and things like that. So, that's obviously very, very nice. So, we'll go from here. Odd's actually very, very solid in this game, too. It's not broken through very easily now that the Jirachi is burned, which is great. It could be Heal Bell Dia, but that's the only Cleric option on the team, which is also really, really solid for us. Oh. I'm just gonna Wish. And then I think I'll pass Melmetal. I don't see a reason not to. This Rotom can come back out, but it's not really going to punish me all too much. I'm just going to Protect again. This thing's getting very, very chipped down. We are going to see a nasty plot of Rooskies. That is a little bit tough. But I think we could pivot Audino. It's going to just Volt. That's fine with me. Again, I'm regenning that off. We'll go hard Melmetal. Perfect. And I'll just dib. We just dib here. We'll Protect. I have no reason not to at this point. It could reveal Pain Split, but honest to God, that's completely fine with me. I think I just pivot Regirock on like a Overheat. No, I could just go Audino, right? I'm just gonna Regirock. It does Pain Split, perfect. And then from here, I'm just gonna Rocks up. This thing could Volt out, but honestly, I'm completely fine with that. Yeah, we get up our Rocks. I don't think he goes hard Regi. Or hard Odd, or Dia. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna go for an Earthquake here. Oh, it's mixed. Interesting. Okay. Something else to keep in mind. So let's go Talonflame. I think my best immediate way of pressuring this team is going for a Flare Blitz. Because the only resist is Rotom plus Dia. And if he wants to just give me this, I'll take that. Yeah. Cool. So Jirachi's going to go down. That means his only other rocker is Dia. And right here, what do we want to pivot out into? I suppose something I can do is I can SD right here. But I really don't want to. So how much do I do to a Rotom Heat with my Urshifu? Because I don't need health on Urshifu. I'm going to go Urshifu on a Pain Split. 73 is max damage we can do. This is a tough position. I'm kind of regretting losing my thing. And being that this thing is nasty Pain Split, puts me in a pretty precarious situation. I think what I do here is I can U-turn out, right? Maybe bait in something if they think I'm banned. Like if they want to sack off Muck or something. Or go Noivern. Either one puts me in a really good position. So maybe they do fear that. I don't know. We'll see. We have timer on at least now, which makes the game go a little bit faster. But there's definitely some thinking going in between each of these turns. I'm going a little bit faster than I want to. We're going to see Hard Scrafty, which is very interesting. I'm just going to get Talonflame. We're going to see the lefties. And I think I'm just going to Brave Bird, because the Rotom is going to come in. I'm going to Roost really quick, as we do see a Volt Switch out. Perfect. I'll take that. The only issue is I think Dia always comes in, and I'm not a big fan of Dia. I won't lie. That thing's very scary for me to deal with. We'll do our darndest, but I don't want to give up my Melmetal immediately, right? Like, that's less than ideal. I don't think it's Calm Mind, which is another good thing to know. Like, I really don't think it's Calm Mind Dia. Especially because it showed Diamond Storm. I think if you're Calm Mind, you're just going to be Power Gem. We'll see, though. If I can eliminate that Muck as well, as we are going to see this thing come in, I think I'm just going to SD. Yeah, dude. Okay. I'll take this. Hold on. I Oko offensive Noivern. I'm just gonna go for it. We don't knock it out. Unfort. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That takes away the fighting resist, right? Yeah, it takes away the fighting resist, so I'm okay with that trade. I'm honest to God okay with that trade. I think I go Gengar. And I think I drop a big Sludge Wave and just knock this thing out. Cool. So I'll take that. We go hard Melmetal on the Muck that's coming in. Yeah, we go hard Melmetal. And we just off a Dib. And again, that's the close combat resist gone. So I'll for sure take that. I will for sure take that. Now we can just click close combat the rest of the game. We're going to see Poison Jab come out. Again, completely fine with that. I think, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double or Shifu on this Rotom and claim a kill with close combat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Now Scarf Gengar looks amazing. Oh, baby. That is amazing for us. Oh my goodness, that's great. Cool. Let's see. What does Scarf Shifu do to Mega Dia? Am I okay with just getting damage off on this thing? I feel like I am. Oh, I'm kind of dumb for that, I won't lie. Damn. That was kind of dumb. That was kind of dumb. It's okay, though. It's okay, it's okay. I shouldn't have done that. I should be thinking Drain Punch. Because in my head, I'm like, I get damage off with close combat, I win with Gengar. But, that just wasn't in my best interest, you know? Like, it just really was not in my best interest. So from here, I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam as this thing wants to come in. From here, I think I'm going to Audino. Then back into Gengar on a nasty plot. Oh, it volted out. Okay. Interesting. I'm in a tough spot. I'm gonna go Melmetal. I do potentially live 2 Earth Powers from here. Oh, damn, dude. Maybe I fucked up. Maybe I fucked up by sacking that. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, God. Oh, and I gotta think through my plays, dude. That was just a dumb play. So we get a Toxic off here, which is really, really, really important. I think I'm gonna make the Gengar pivot. Because worst comes to worst, he calls me, gets me with a knock. Perfect. Nothing. Gengar here to a Scrafty. No, let's go Scrafty. No. My Dazzling Gleam does kill, so we are just going to go for that. Yeah, we are just going to go for that. They're going to Volt out. That's fine. I'll get my regen. Which, actually, I don't need to get my regen. I actually don't need to get my regen. So, that's perfect. Cool. Now we win. GG. Perfect. Perfect. They stayed in. I don't know why they did that. So now we win. Like, guaranteed. Because this thing can't set up on me. Even if it's Rock Polish, it can't Rock Polish and Calm Mind. So that's fine. GG. Cool. So we're going to take home a W. Week 1, we don't even die to crit from this thing. So we're just going to double Iron Bash. God, Mega Diancie is strong. That was my check. But we're going to grab a nice Week 1 victory here. I think I threw a little bit by sacking off the Shifu. I don't think I needed to make that play. I just kind of tunneled on, like, getting damage so Gengar can win. But then realizing, you know, it's just going to Drain Punch all of that health back. So that was really dumb. But I guess, granted, I didn't have a great switch into Drain Punch. I had to go hard Gengar. But I ended up having to make that play later in the game. So better sooner than later, I guess. But yeah, GG's Crossbow. Definitely check them out in the description below. And if you guys enjoyed today's battle, be sure to drop a like as well as sub. See you guys next time. Later.